If you need to remove the electric starter from a Toyota with a 3TC motor, these are pretty much the steps you're going to have to follow. The first thing you want to do is disconnect the negative battery terminal. And of course, you want to raise your vehicle securely on jack stands. I am also using a jack for extra security. I don't need the jack. I could pull it out, but a little redundancy never hurts. And the next thing you need to do is disconnect the two wires from the starter. The first wire is from the battery, and it goes to this terminal right there that you can see in that hole. And the way to reach it, the easiest way to reach it, is using this flex head 12mm wrench, and I essentially just insert it from there, and you'll be able to reach this terminal right here. It's a little bit of a stretch, but it certainly can be done if you have a decent tool. The next thing you want to do is disconnect the trigger wire from the solenoid. You can see that I'm shining my light on the trigger wire right there. At this point, we need to loosen a couple of bolts, so that you don't just pull them out right away. I think it's a good idea to just loosen these first. So there are two bolts or screws, I guess, that hold the starter in place. So you can see there's the first one. I'm just trying to shine the light on that. It's difficult for the camera to focus. And then there's another bolt that's on the bottom of the starter. Okay. So you can see I'm shining my light on it right now. So it's not this one, it's the one right above it, this guy. The problem is that you'll be able to get a wrench on it or a socket on it, but you'll never be able to turn it until you disconnect the exhaust from the manifold, and you do that by loosening those three, 1, 2, 3 nuts, and then you're gonna have to loosen this little monster right here, which is all rusted in. And it has a corresponding nut on the other side. Unfortunately, there's really no way to get a socket onto the nut, so you're gonna have to hold the nut and turn the bolt, which is not ideal, but it is what it is. You'll probably be replacing at least the nut, probably both of them, once you're done. I would lubricate this with some penetrating oil from this end, and maybe do this for a couple of days before you even attempt this job, because I don't think it's going to be easy to just remove this. So when all that's done, you'll be able to swing the exhaust out of the way. And then there's another thing that you have to do is remove this cover right here. There is there is a bolt that retains this little shield in place. It's a 10mm head, and you can't even see it from here. Oh yes, you can. I think. Yes, there it is. So there's a 10mm head right there. Let the camera focus. So you'd remove the shield before you remove the starter completely. Just swing the exhaust out of the way, you should be able to get it pretty easily.